morning, Big Brother fans. It is Monday, July 15th, 2024, and we should be getting a cast today. So our wait is finally almost over. I would guess by about noon Eastern time, that would be 9 a.m. Pacific, and do all the other math for all your other time zones. The cast will drop at maybe 1, but I'm going to guess noon. It always seems to happen when I'm going to lunch because I end up hardly having a conversation with anybody at lunch and just scrolling through my phone and tweeting comments and stuff like that. So that's my guess. Other than that, what's up? I personally am rather excited because I'm actually going to be in New York City on Wednesday and Thursday during the dual premiere nights. And so, yeah, it's going to be fun, I hope to meet a lot of people, hope to see a lot of interesting things as far as Big Brother. I have been to New York before. It's a cool city. So I'll do a few touristy things, but my big things that I'm excited about are Wednesday and Thursday night. There are 2 premiere parties, and I will be at them. And again, I'm hoping at least 1 or 2 of you that listen to this will be there and will say hi. And, yeah. Anyways, enough of that. What else? You know what? Not a ton else. I mean, it's just kind of like I feel the excitement right now. I'm just kind of like, oh, wow. Yes, it's happening. And I'm going to be so burnt out in a few months. We do have a finale date. I don't think I've talked to you guys since then, of October 13th. Depending on how you do math, that puts it at roughly 90 days, which I'm not a fan of. I would rather be closer to the 80-day line, but I guess it's 10 less than the 100 plus last year. Okay, I guess 10 days doesn't seem like a lot. It is quite a bit when you're burnt out at the end of the season. Again, I would have rather gone for 80, but we're going for 90, and we're getting into October. So, I don't know. Thoughts on that? What are your guys' thoughts? So, that's the major news. I mean, I don't have a whole lot to talk about other than we're going to find out about the house, because I will be talking to you, sometime tomorrow. Now that I think about it, I'm going to be probably, I'll be not in the air tomorrow when I normally record this, but I'll be kind of busy, so we'll have to see when I get one recorded tomorrow. I'll be recording another one today. Later today, I will definitely have a recording talking about my thoughts on the cast, just my initial gut thoughts. I'll have more thoughts tomorrow. We'll see what people pull out. Sharon did put out a little tweet about the fact that people that were involved in casting The Traitors, the most recent season of The Traitors, were involved in this casting. And that's interesting because I don't know what it means. Does it mean that we're getting someone that was on The Traitors, or we might be getting someone who would have possibly been on The Traitors? I don't know what that means. I also did find out a little bit of tidbit of news. I'm going to let that one go. It's nothing important, and I'm just going to let it go. And I'm not going to start re-recording because I don't have time this morning. It's going to be exciting. Those of you who haven't done what I suggested yesterday, you should take off Friday if you watch the live feeds. And the live feeds are free on Pluto, as long as you're willing to deal with commercials and a delay, but they are free. So consider Pluto TV. By the way, I'm going to just assume that you know absolutely nothing about the internet, right? So Pluto TV, online streaming service, Pluto.tv, tons of television shows on there. And last year they decided, or they reached an agreement to actually show the Big Brother live feeds, and they did that all season. Now, they were, as I said, they were delayed by a couple of minutes, slower than the times you get through CBS or Paramount Plus, and they were also, they would sneak in commercials every once in a while. So, but if you're willing to put up with that, which many people were, then you can watch the live feeds for free, as long as you have an internet connection, starting very late Thursday, early Friday morning. We're talking 1 or 2 a.m., probably 2 a.m. So, you got to be kind of hardcore, but I am kind of hardcore, right? You're kind of hardcore, right? You're listening to me. You're listening to a guy drive to work and talk about Big Brother. Yeah, strange folks we are. And I've been watching Big Brother since the original show. Oh my gosh. Yes, I keep doing this and I keep saying I'm done. I'm ready for it to be over, but I'm not going to quit. Damn it. They're going to have to quit before me, which doesn't seem like it's ever going to happen now. Anything else? I know, very little, as someone pointed out, very little, quote, cast leaks. Very little people saying these people are on the cast, these people are on the cast, which most of the times, 99% of the times, are not right anyways. But not even anybody, saying that they think there's a cast, or saying that these are potential cast members. Just none of that. I mean, I threw out some AI-generated people, but I said these are fake. These are just AI-generated. But yeah, so it's interesting how hush-hush everything has been. They've done a very good job of locking things down this year. I'm not sure what kind of threats they made to people, but I think they made some serious threats to people to not talk about Big Brother. I have no problems, but nobody's telling me anything, so I can claim I don't know nothing because I don't. What else? Any other thoughts, guys? Last minute stuff. Those of you that know me, great. Those of you that don't, my name is Mike, a.k.a. BB Gossip. I've been, as I noted already, watching and talking about Big Brother since it started. And I really have, at this point, forgotten more about Big Brother than a lot of people know. And I don't mean that as a brag, because, frankly, I'm kind of unhappy that I've forgotten things. I'm a bit concerned, honestly. Here's a little peeling back the curtain. I'm a bit concerned that I'm not going to know the names of some of the people that I meet at these parties, because, frankly, some cast members now, I see them, I go like, I remember you. What season were you on? And I watched a couple of recent seasons kind of on, kind of like was flipping through them to look for some particular thing. And I'm going like, oh, that's the season that person was on. And I feel bad that I don't remember the exact season, whereas you get me back to season... You know what? Season 11 is about where I just started to... season 10, season 11 is where I started to stop just losing track of what seasons people were on. I just can't... I can tell you give me a person's name and their face, and I can tell you exactly what season they were on, up to about season 10 or season 11, and then it starts to blur together. Now, obviously, there's some that are very quick to figure out, but there's the people that finished out early on, or the people that really flew under the radar so well that you don't remember them very well. Their seasons I'm lost. I just can't remember, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to any of them, none of whom are listening to me at this point, let's be honest. But it's just what it is. I mean, we're over, I think, 300 Big Brother house guests at this point, I think. I mean, you're talking 20, including celebrity and including celebrity and over the top. I mean, I think we've topped easily 300 house guests. So yeah, I just can't. I'm sorry. So we'll get over that. Don't worry yourself about it too much when you can't remember things. It's just what it is. What it is. Enjoy the show. I have said it before. Don't have a favorite. I realize that your favorite. Everybody. There's a winner every season, and every season does have people who are there. That's their favorite player. So obviously, every season somebody's favorite is going to win. All right, we got that. However, most people's favorite do not win. And the one glaring thing that people like to throw up now is that Taylor won, and Taylor was an early favorite for a lot of people. I get that. That was a rare case. A rare case. Most people, their favorite don't win. And the people that had tweeted back at me this past week that, well, so-and-so was my favorite and they won, some of them I want to go like, but were your favorite from the start, or did they become your favorite? There's a difference. It's that favorite at the very beginning that probably isn't going to win. We all warm up to certain players over time, and by the end, we're happy to see them win, or some people aren't. Okay, what else do I got for you guys? I don't have anything. I don't have a cast to talk about. The house. We talked about the house already. There's been no other leaks to talk about. The floodgates are going to open today. Oh, there is one other thing. Julie did a thing on Friday. I don't think I talked to you guys on Friday. Julie, interviews got posted on Friday with Julie. They are by and large mostly fluffy pieces that don't really give you much information, and that's not to discount the people that are reporting it, but it is what it is. Julie did imply that she will be somehow involved in the twist, or Chenbot might be involved in the twist. And so there is this thought about two different AIs, artificial intelligence things competing maybe, or something, Chenbot being the good or the bad, or maybe Zingbot being the good or the bad. Those kind of things. Okay. The other thing is that I will say that Sharon Tharp, again, she's a former USA Us Weekly reporter. Not USA, but Us Weekly reporter who's a big fan of Big Brother as well. The other, Mike Bloom is another one. Dalton Ross is another one. Is it Dalton Ross? Or is that Dalton? It doesn't matter. It's not Dalton Ross. But Sharon was reporting that it seems like things may be kind of... Was she saying that? No, it was Julie that was saying that things were rather sophisticated. Like, the twist might be fairly sophisticated this season. So maybe we will get wow, this is a really good twist and it's done really well. A lot of times the twist is very much fluff and it's over and done with in a very short time. Maybe we'll be wrong this season. I hope so. I would love to have it. I just don't know. I'm wondering if we're going to have, some returnees, if they're going to pull some version of a Traitors thing where half the cast is celebrities. We haven't heard anything. So I don't know. I'm not a fan, by the way, of the US version of Traitors, where half the cast is quote celebrities, because it just, I don't know. I'm not a fan. I like all new people, that don't, and super fans aren't even the best, honestly, at this point, because they know the game so well. They tend to mess it up in some ways. Brand new people, we've talked about this in the recent past. People have talked about should have all brand new people that have no idea what the heck is going on, and that would kind of be fun, to have people that have to figure it out while they go along. Of course, while they're in sequester, they get fed episodes to watch, so they do kind of get pre-programmed and what to expect. And so I don't know if we could ever get back to I don't know if Big Brother would ever be able to get back to a brand new, fresh season of house guests with no clue, because they just don't let them do that. You have to watch other reality shows to kind of get that. And by the way, so while I'm finishing things off here, because I've got nothing Big Brother really to talk about, The Mole Netflix. I don't know if I talked about it. Did I talk about watching that? I'm not sure, but I watched the Mole Netflix finale last week, and so made it all the way through. And look, it's okay. I'm honestly not a huge fan of the Mole, and I will tell you why I'm not a fan of the Mole, because I don't know what the Mole, the person who is the Mole, has to lose in all of this. Do they really have anything to lose? And here's something I would propose to you. Is the game broken anyways? And I say broken. People use the term something being broken to mean that people have figured out how to beat the system. So on this season of the Mole, there were a couple of times where the prize pot was virtually nothing. It got knocked back down to zero. And I would propose to you that some people figured out that it doesn't matter. Lose as much money as you want. The producers are going to find a way to get it up to some reasonable amount by the end. In this case, I think it was over $150,000. So early on, they were at like $70,000 or $60,000 or something, and it got wiped out to zero. Well, at the end, it was $150,000. Trust me, it wouldn't have been $210,000. I do not think it would have ever made it to $210,000 or $220,000. In my brain, think production was kind of like the most you can have it be is $200,000 or maybe $100,000, whatever it is. And so, it was worth it for these non-Mole contestants, if they were, and one of them may have been the Mole. But part of this process is people try to do things that make them seem suspicious, like throwing away their pot, right? The prize pot. And so, I don't know. Watching it, it starts to become just all right, let's see who's eliminated this week kind of a thing. It's a bit like, I can't think of the other show where I fast forward through the competitions just to see who's eliminated at the end, because I don't really care about the competitions. Traitors tended to be that way at times. Traitors has been that way too, where the competitions I don't really get much out of them. I just want to see who wins and who's eliminated. I found myself doing that the last 2 episodes of The Mole. I didn't make it through all of it, but up until that point, I did the last couple episodes of The Mole. I just kind of fast forwarded through the comps just to kind of see what happened. Now, I had a vested interest, personal, for me at least, vested interest in The Mole because someone that I knew, she knows me, but she would smile and say, yes, I remember you, kind of a thing. But Muna, who was in the show, the current season of The Mole, she played several games of Sequester. I think we played in at least one together. I think she played in the Hunger Games one, but I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But we also sat on panels where we talked about the Sequester shows. And so, anyways, I enjoyed her. I knew she was going to be, I thought eventually she'd get somewhere in reality TV if she tried. And I knew when I saw that she was on The Mole that she would be a star. And I'm going to tell you right now, she was definitely one of the stars of The Mole season. That is no doubt. She was, if you watch it, you'll understand. She is a larger than life character, and she is fun to watch, and she's really smart and sharp. I would not want to be playing against her in a competition show like that. I would just be, if I had been on that show for some reason and seen that Muna was there, and I'd be like, oh my God, I'm done. I can't. I'd be like, I have to work with you. I have to work with you because, she's just that good. She really is. So anyway, The Mole on Netflix. It's a fun show. It's a good show to watch. I'll just say that, for me, it's not, I just have never really enjoyed the after Anderson Cooper was doing it, I've been like, it's okay. But it's not, it's not like, oh, it's amazing, but it's a good show to watch, and I would definitely check it out and enjoy Muna. And with that, I am parked at work, and I am going to sign off. Excited to see what happens with the cast later today. Thank you for listening, everybody. Have a good day, and we will talk to you later on today for sure. All right? See ya. Bye-bye.